Iain, my mentor, he's fantastic and I wouldn't trade him for the world.
Through my business career, I worked for a number of large corporates like IBM, etc. And then latterly, I worked for myself, had my own consultancy business. When I did take the decision to retire, that was driven a lot by COVID, unfortunately. I do guide dog raising, puppy raising, so I do that, and I'm a regional coordinator for guide dogs in our local area. I was in the Boys Brigade for all of my life, latterly being captain of a Boys Brigade company in Kirkintilloch. So I liked working with young people. I thought I'd had an affinity with them, I'd spent a lot of time with them, I could give some of that experience and skill that I'd built up over the years into something, and MCR Pathways popped up on a social media feed. So however that works, it was a great thing for me because I then went and investigated it and I thought, yep, that's perfect for what I want to do.
I remember Vaughan calling me down to her office and meeting Iain for the first time. Me and Iain bonded over Boys Brigade, but Iain's been in the Boys Brigade for quite a while and was a leader. I used to be in the Boys Brigade for 8 years. I was a leader boy and took part in lots of competitions.
Sonny's got a wee entrepreneurial spirit that I've now discovered, where he works at the weekend and they give him quite a lot of responsibility for things within that environment.
We also bonded over my job at the Lonely Broomstick in Falkirk. As Iain's former job, he used to do stuff to do with jobs and see how they can improve, and me and Iain bonded over that.
In my business career, it was problem, fix, problem, fix, problem, fix. You can't do that. You've got to listen, and then listen, and then listen a bit more. And then from that, hopefully you build up that degree of trust.
Before I met Iain, I didn't really talk about my feelings or what was happening in my life. And then after I met Iain, I used to talk about my feelings and everything.
Take the guide dogs when I do my mentoring sessions, then that just breaks all the barriers down as well. And it gives us, when we're walking around the school environment, everyone's then talking to Sonny about the dog, and everybody wants to come and chat to us, and you can see how popular he is around the school because everybody wants to talk to him.
Iain, my mentor, he's fantastic and I wouldn't trade him for the world. Mentoring means to me someone that I can talk to about anything I've got on my mind, someone that will listen.
When we meet up, it'll be, how are you? What you've been doing over the last week? What went well? What didn't go well? Sonny will do exactly the same and ask me the same question. We really have that bond to say, this is what we're doing, and hopefully we both can give each other a wee bit of pointers on what we can do better for next time.
My mentor's there and they listen to you, they don't just nudge you off or anything. They take their time, they respect you, and they'll hear you for what you've got to say.
We do a lot of activities. Initially around about taking the dog outside and giving them a walk, but then we play activities like Dobble and Jenga, which I think our record is the moment I've won twice in the last 18 months. And I think that's because Sonny let me win, to be honest.
During my mentoring experience with Iain, I think my mindset is eased off a bit, being able to talk about stuff that's been on my mind. Iain's helped me with revision, homework, tasks that I've got at school, and I think it's helped a lot.
Sonny and the other children I've met in the MCR programme, they are amazing because they are so focused on where they want to go. At their age, I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do.
Iain's helped me visualise my future. I want to go to university and study to be a paramedic.
We focus on what subjects do we need to achieve that, to get into the university setting, etc. So sciences, English, maths, etc. I've also started doing mentoring at Forth Valley College, which is such a great thing now because I can then also understand what the courses are, what would have to happen for somebody to go down whatever chosen route he wanted to take, and then my knowledge is there for them to say when Sonny gets to the point where he's going to leave school and make that big transition to college, I can be there to support him through that time period as well.
While Iain's been mentoring me, I've discovered that I've got a lot of confidence and I've never used it properly. Iain's helped me discover that throughout communication, guide dogs and lots of other activities. I think it's definitely improved what I think I can achieve. I think the top 3 things a mentor needs to help someone like myself is empathy, respect and communication. Without that, none of it would be possible.
The key qualities a mentor can bring to a mentor-mentee relationship is an open mind, not being judgmental, not trying to impose what you think is the right solution, answer, whatever, because invariably it won't be. And the young people will have a lot of the answers for themselves. They just need a wee bit of guidance to actually bring that out in themselves. So those are the qualities. It's just, again, experience. Take the time, take the thought, and invest in the future of these young people, because it will give you back so much. If I came across anyone or anyone asked my opinion on whether they should consider MCR pathways as something for them, I would say 100% do it, and do it now. There's no downside to it at all, and it's an hour a week. It's not a huge commitment, and what you get back from it outweighs, the time commitment by spades. You get it, whatever you put in, you get it back tenfold or 100-fold. It's just amazing.
I'd say if you're unsure, you should definitely go for it. I think it's a great help just to have someone to speak to and someone to acknowledge you.
The fact that you can see someone grow right in front of your eyes, and you've just given them a wee nudge in the right direction just through your experience, is so rewarding. It's so rewarding. I can't stress enough